Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, let's get started. So today I've got a bit of a pocket operator quick tip for you guys. Now I first discovered this the other day. I think I was using the arcade here, the PO-20, with the NTS-1 in a different video, and I kind of made this little discovery halfway through the video, didn't really spend too much time on it, and wanted to give it its own quick tip, I guess, little video, its own dedicated video. And the reason I want to do that is because I think it could make kind of sniffing out melodies on the arcade a lot easier. Now, if you have an arcade, you know that writing melodies can be a little bit tricky because you have to press your melodic note and then you cycle through your notes with knob A there. So it can be kind of tricky to basically lay in your pattern and then change each note. It's just not very intuitive. It definitely works, and I've written full tracks on the arcade, with relative ease, but it's not ideal. So this little trick basically allows us to have each note or each different melodic instrument on a separate note and just ready to be played with those notes. So first, let's go ahead and bring up a pattern. I promise this will make sense. Let's go ahead and make a pattern, I should say. Let's go ahead and select a kick drum. We'll just go like do gat goon goo gat, something like that. Gat goon goo gat. Yeah. Get a snare drum, 2 and 4, nice and basic. Hi-hat. We'll just go like. There we go. I think we've used that pattern about a zillion times before on here, but that's okay. Let's get a bass now, and let's just go bum, bum, bum. There we go. So now let's come up with a chord progression. So we're going to hold the chord button, and I'm going to use A minor, E minor, G, and F. So A minor is number 9, E minor is number 2, G is number 6, and F is number 5. Let's listen to that now. And repeat. Nice and simple. So now, normally, or at least how I've been using the arcade in the past, if I wanted to do a melody, I'd kind of turn off write mode and use knob A and cycle through some notes, which isn't really that practical if you want to come up with something in the short term, or if you don't know exactly what you want. I think that's the major use case scenario here for this little tip. So what we're going to do is select what notes we want each of these to be. So let's pick this sound first. Let's set that to A. There we go. Now we'll skip to this note here, or this instrument, I should say, this synth. Let's set that down to E. We'll just follow our chord progression. We'll change this one here to G. And then we'll set this one to F. And so the realization that I had the other day is that whatever note you set them to, they stay at. A, E, G, F, like that. And this works with any sound that has notes assigned to knob A. So like sound 9, it will not work. It has a value of 0 to 100 on it, and it's actually affected by the chord change. But sound 10 will work, sound 11 will work, sound 12 will work. Of course, sounds 13, 14, 15, and 16 will work. Sound 6 will actually work. And it looks like that's it. So sound 6, sounds 10, 11, 12, and then 13, 14, 15, 16. So half of the sounds on the arcade will work with this trick, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and set these to some different notes. Let's set this one to a C. Set this one to, how about D2? Let's set this one to E. So now we can kind of just play around and play this almost like a keyboard, even though we have random notes assigned, but we can just keep playing until we kind of find a melody that we like, and then we can input that melody in the old way. So it doesn't sound that pretty, but in terms of actually writing material and melodies on the arcade, it could be a huge, huge creative boon, really, rather than just going through and changing each note individually, each step after you input your rhythm. Now you can also freely change knob B on either of these, on any of them, I should say. There we go, let's try this now. So right there at the end, I like that kind of E, F, E, F, E, F, when the chord is actually the F in the chord progression there. So I could kind of make a mental note of that, and then later we can copy this and turn it into a full-blown melody using the kind of inspiration that we've gained from this. So I know this wasn't the most concise video. It's kind of a silly little tip to share, but with the pocket operators, every little thing that you can discover basically can add to your workflow experience and just your whole overall experience with them. So I figured it was worth sharing, just something really small, really simple, but pretty neat, I think, and definitely helps inputting melodies on arguably what is the most complex and complicated of the pocket operators, the arcade. Maybe the Speak, but I think the arcade is a little more complex than that, thanks to the chord feature. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.